Welcome back everybody to more Star Ladder Season 12 Europe action. We've got a big best of 3 here. Team Secret taking on Alliance in Phase 2 of the Europe and CIS division. These two teams currently yet to play any of their matches in their group stage. And well, we're going to see how things unravel here in their opening match. I'm GoDz. Joining me for this best of 3 is none other than Evil Genius's captain, PPD. How you doing, PPD?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. It's nice to get up in the morning, cast some good Dota here so far. We had Empire versus ASUS.Polar, and now we've got another big series, so we'll see how these two teams match up. They met in the Summit 3 in the winner bracket. It was Secret who took that series 2-0. They had like one close game there, but Alliance maybe learned something from that series and will do better here today.
Yeah, I think I remember like one of the games was like super epic and like people were going crazy about it or something. It was like an amazing comeback, but then like Secret ended up winning regardless. But
so we'll see what Alliance.
Exciting games.
Yeah, there's been a lot of big exciting games lately. I mean, even you guys yesterday against Not Today had a pretty close series in the end.
We had that in the bag the whole time.
Me and LD were watching on the couch downstairs like, oh my gosh, this game 3, you guys are down like 8k gold lead and...
Oh, smash some...
But it was funny because the entire time, like, LD believed you guys had it the whole time, and I'm sitting there like, nah man, I think Not Today have this, like 8k gold lead, it's...
Like, we played so many qualifiers, every single qualifier that we play, like, always goes like 3 games, and it like gets super crazy. Like, I remember a year ago we played like Star Ladders against like Team, who was it, like NAR and Team Fire and stuff, and or like Team Liquid, and they would always just go like, even if like we were like the way better team,
yeah,
on paper, we'd still like go to like the very end and we'd like be losing, and then we'd pull out some crazy victory. So, but yeah. Anyways, we got a game here.
Yeah.
S4 Magnus.
S4 Magnus. You've got the Troll Warlord. Alliance go for a Wisp Queen of Pain. The Wisp pick, especially, something we're seeing slightly less of as of late, but we'll see how Alliance can fit this into their draft. I mean, Magnus Troll, is this just like a...
It's good. It's just good, man. I'm telling, like, first off, Troll and Juggernaut are like 2 insane heroes. Like, they're just... Everyone knows these heroes are ridiculous. And then you give them Empower, and they just turn into a whole new monster. And they're just... I'm not sure... I have yet to see this combination lose. Like, Troll like, any one of these melee carries with Magnus and Power, it's too much damage. So...
Yeah.
We'll see how Alliance tries to negate that.
I mean, I think it was like Na'Vi who first used... I feel like Na'Vi would have disbanded maybe even sooner, or had all these roster issues sooner if they didn't figure out this combo and how good it was. I feel like they stayed together just because they made the Mag Troll or the Mag Jug work with Havost and Dendi, but...
Yeah.
We'll see, yeah, like you say. So, Alliance, what do you do to deal with this? Like, what is the answer? Or...
Oh, I'm guessing the wrong person, man. I have no idea.
You don't give Troll away.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to beat this hero. I really have, and I figured out a couple things, but then like someone will just crush us with it, and then I'll just be like, maybe that wasn't the answer. So it's a work in progress, to say the least.
Okay. As for Queen of Pain, we're seeing some teams like Secret played at 5 games against ASUS.Polar the other day. I mean, what kind of makes this hero really strong and like a top pick for some of these teams like Secret and Alliance?
I think he's just like first off, he's a really good laner, and that's what a lot of this game is about, is lanes. The new Blink with the 1300 range at level 1 is pretty cool too. That's a pretty big buff. Also, like, I'm not sure, I think S4 usually goes Orchid, but Sumel, when he plays it, he goes Yules, and like Yules is like the best item in the game, and buy it on like any hero. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's a really strong laner. His ultimate with the pure damage is really good too. It goes through BKB. That was a nice change for him as well. But yeah, it works well if you're just trying to secure your lanes.
So Alliance have picked up a tree. I'm wondering if this is going to be like the Treant Phoenix we sometimes see out of them. Could give them some big team fight here with the Overgrowth and Supernova. Something that you guys pulled out at DAC and had some good success with.
Definitely a possibility. I've seen Bucking Mad draft that a couple times. It's actually pretty good against... Treant's pretty good against Troll because you can stop the right clicks with your root. Also, Troll doesn't generally build a Manta. He usually only wants to get a BKB, and most Trolls don't want to get BKB very early, but he might need to this game if he wants to be effective against the Treant ult.
Secret going to pick up a Bane as one of their first 2 support heroes. Something we're not seeing all that much of. I think you've played a bit of Bane here or there, and
yeah, he's pretty hit or miss. I saw Cloud9 have a lot of success with him with Misery playing Bane, but he's like the best Bane or whatever. So we'll see. It's probably going to be a puppy hero, I think. I don't think that really. Actually, no, I've seen Kuroki play it too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it seems there's a lot of supports left still in the pool, so it's interesting to see Secret go for this. There's not like any clear like BKB hero you're trying to lock down with Fiend's Grip. Not really any like not like any synergy with like a Mirana or something with an arrow to follow things up. So just to support that, maybe Secret are kind of starting to value a bit more over the past few days.
Maybe. Could also be he might run mid and Feeble Quap or something if they want to give their mid laner a better time, but I don't think Magnus should really need that help. He's just going to be using Shockwaves anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe they probably have a combo in line, like a. I'm not sure, maybe a Leshrac or something like that.
Yeah, just get
that
some
up sun.
Get some stuff. I mean, Queen of Pain's a pretty elusive hero, so like while it's not like a BKB hero, it's still someone useful to lock down with a Fiend's Grip. And if you sit back, it's like what's there to actually count? Well, the Clockwork had some counter to the Bane.
They might do Slark in the safe lane for RTZ, and then just put S4 mid on the Troll Warlord and throw Zai on the offlane Magnus. If you have Bane Slark in a lane together, it's actually really strong. So, and the Slark will kill the tree armor right away too.
Okay. Yeah, they haven't got much for the tree armor just yet, so we'll see Alliance pick up a Clockwork as their offlaner for Nikwa. Does give them some kind of good counter initiation, a way of maybe to go onto that Bane, and you lock Bane in place, he's not going to have fun against a Clockwork. But Magnus has got the Skewer Escape, and a hero that I feel to me. I mean, you mentioned Bane being hit or miss. I feel Clockwork is in a similar boat. Like some teams, like you guys, will sometimes pick him in the first two, but some games Clockwork looks amazing. Other games where like you fall behind a little bit, I've seen Clockworks do almost next to nothing. So I feel like this is a hero that doesn't often get a lot done.
Yeah, he has a couple of weaknesses, but the best thing about him is that he doesn't really need any help in the offlane, and most offlaners are almost too weak to not get any support. There's only a couple that can really go on their own, and those are, first off, a hero like Clockwork or like other heroes that can just go to the jungle. Being able to pull your lane back with like a cog block or something is like super useful, so that's one of the reasons he's getting picked so much.
We mentioned the Bane combo. It looks like a Bane Lina, maybe the puppy Kuro duo here. Kuro really likes his support Lina.
Yeah, it's good. He plays it really well too. Kuro always finds a lot of farm on this hero. He gets the early Yules and then maybe an Axe or a Blink Dagger or something.
Yeah, so Secret likely just looking for one last core hero. You mentioned Magnus could be an offlane if they want to pick something like a Slark or another core hero. As for Alliance, looking for that loader hero as far as the safe lane goes. They haven't really got any clear Wisp partner either just yet. So is that something where Alliance are going to be looking to get some kind of hero that can benefit a lot from the tether overcharge, or are they just happy to use the Wisp for the stacks and other reasons?
No, they're going to tether up a carry here. It's going to be a melee carry as well. They banned out the Axe to ensure the laning phase. I think it's going to be probably PA or Juggernaut or... Oh, what else is on the hero list? Lotus Sven? No, Alliance used to love Wisp Sven, but Sven's kind of bad in this meta right now.
Loaded does like the hero. You're against a Troll Magus Bristleback. There we go.
Okay. It's pretty early game centric, but we'll see. Bristleback with 6 slots is a very terrifying thing if it's running right at you.
Well, early game centric, but yeah, I've seen Bristlebacks in the late game do a lot of damage and turn into those kind of big, scary late game carries as well.
He can also turn his back and reduce a lot of Trolls damage as well, which is nice.
Just being able to do damage without having to actually fight head on against the Troll just because of the quills, so it does make his life a bit easier if he's trying to kite around a Troll.
5 seconds remaining.
Yep, that's definitely.
So Secret's last pick here. What are we thinking? What do they need?
Either a Zai hero or an S4 hero. I'm not sure. I would like for them to have an easier way to kill this Bristleback. Right now they have a lot of... Focus Fire is pretty good, but they don't have a way to make him face him.
It looks like to me an S4 Wind Ranger mid.
Yeah. In the past they've done Axe and Wind Ranger together, and then they just call the Bristleback and then have the Bristleback face the Wind Ranger, and then Wind Ranger just melts him down with the Focus Fire. But they don't have that this game, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. That's why the axe ban really kind of led into that bristleback pick pretty well. I guess they could have ran the axe as the offlane and get Magnus in the mid lane, so helping secure Lotus mid game, or at least his game in general here, not having to deal with an axe. So Team Secret,
they could go aggro tri lane as well
for Team Secret
Alliance. Or either really.
Is that? I mean, I feel like there's not many teams you're seeing the aggro tri lanes out of. Maybe like the 2-1-2 setup, but not so much the aggro tri lanes here. I guess if you've got a strong safe lane solo, you can make it work. Which,
yeah.
I mean, you've definitely got for Alliance with the potential. Like you could put like a Queen of Pain or someone in the safe lane, but
It looks like they're just gonna do traditional lanes.
Yep.
Oh, maybe. Oh, Bristle could go mid as well.
Bristle like a Wisp bristleback. Yeah, for sure. It looks
Maybe.
like Pycat is headed down bottom. He hasn't gone for the 2 pulled Tangos build, so
Yeah, that looks like a safe lane build to me.
the Wisping around the mid lane, it just kind of sets up the stacks a lot nicer here. So if you're safe lane supporting a bristleback, you're not really able to stack as efficiently as otherwise you can from the mid lane.
That's true.
But we'll see how things unravel.
It's not a bad idea.
What is up with Arteezy's name? Tinky Winky.
That's a Teletubby thing.
Oh yeah, it is a Teletubby thing. I guess it suits him. I feel like Tinky Winky was before his generation. Is Teletubby still even on air? Didn't one of them Didn't they run into legal problems with one of their Teletubbies?
I'm not up to date on my Teletubbies meta, unfortunately.
Okay. That's not what I bring you on for, don't worry. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see the teams and the lanes unravel here. On Team's Alliance on the Radiant side, we've got Nico in the offlane Clockwork. It looks like Loda going to be on the Bristleback, potentially in the mid lane with Aki on the Wisp. Get that Loda Aki bromance going. Magka going to be on the Treant Protector, and Pycat going on the what looks to be safe lane solo Queen of Pain. On the Dire side, Team Secret going to have Zai on the Magnus. We'll have Puppy on the Bane, Tinky Winky or Arteezy on the Troll Warlord, S4 Wind Ranger, and Kuroki playing the support Lina here for Team Secret. Interesting, Zai's even gone for what looks to be a mid build here. It looks like he's trying to reveal himself and play some mind games and bait Alliance into thinking he's mid.
Yeah, maybe. I think that's just kind of a cheeky thing that Zai would do.
Just show himself. He's hoping that he gets scouted out here. No one's actually moved forward in the mid lane and seen him yet, but maybe just walk even further down the river and try and bait him out even more.
Yeah, he probably will.
It could affect how Alliance lanes things. If they see the Magnus mid, they're more likely to send the Queen of Pain there, I guess, do you think? Or is it... I mean, it probably doesn't really affect things for Alliance.
Yeah, I mean, Wind Ranger can pretty much go up against Quap 1v1, or she can go up against the Bristle Wisp 1v2. Pretty fine. I don't see them putting Magnus mid, but they could run an aggro tri-lane with the... they could just throw Wind Ranger in the offlane and then kind of roam the Bane Lina. And they could even challenge the safe lane with that combination.
Alright, well, no spoilers for that. We don't want that. Are you a Game of Thrones watcher? Are you counting down the days?
I'm not counting down the days, but yeah, I have watched it.
Okay. That's probably a similar boat that I'm in. I'm not jumping out of my seat to start watching it, but I'm excited. That ain't even true. Come on, Zai. Twitch chat are not going to be pleased with Zai at this point. What if there are viewers out there who hadn't seen it? I have friends who have just started to watch season 1 who watch Dota who may have just had their viewing experience ruined.
You ever just get a PM on Twitch like, hey, please unban me from your channel, and then you just copy paste all the Game of Thrones spoilers and then send it back to them?
Oh, no. I'm going to be honest. No, I have not.
You've never done that before. That's just me then.
Should I start doing that? What else can I spoil? What are the other big... I guess Game of Thrones is the big kind of show these days to spoil. Is that what you do to people who ask to be unbanned?
I've never done that before, but I've heard...
It sounds like a PPD thing.
Before. No. I have other bad influences in my life that tell me the terrible things that they do.
And I feel like there's a few of those in the NA Dota scene, but... Well,
I'm no name namer.
I'm not. Don't worry, I'm not asking for names. Not going to have you throw people under the bus here just yet. But that sounds cruel. That sounds really cruel. At the same time, they'll probably, we get people PMing us all the time, like, oh, I did nothing. I don't know why I was banned. I hadn't been in your Twitch chat for a year, and then our mods will I'll be like, oh, do I ban this guy? And our mods will be like, that guy was in there a week ago, posting swastikas and stuff, and I'm just like, okay, good to know. So I'll just let you guys handle this.
Yep.
But people are very deceptive.
So are you excited for the last NA qualifier spot for Summit tonight?
I'm pretty excited. I think
Are you casting?
I'm not casting. I'm casting. I'm on the Europe schedule. I think Kato guy's casting, maybe with Zayuri. I'm not
Gotcha.
sure. But do you think not today will take that, or is that going to be?
I think so.
I mean, I still don't know who's playing for Complexity, so it's.
They have. Yeah, they have some roster issues, but I think they have their 5 right now, at least for this qualifier.
Yeah, they've been playing with Zizou, the Romanian
Yeah.
guy. That was such. They just pick up like the most random players. It's
Well,
weird.
It's hard to find people that, especially in NA, it's really hard to find people that are committed to something like this because everyone in NA is like going to work or school and they can't play during the day and.
And
Unless
a
you're
lot
committed
of
full time, it's really hard to do.
a lot of the tournaments and qualifiers you have to be able to play during the day to some extent, especially if you're on like the West Coast. The matches are even earlier, so
Exactly.
okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see how they do later on. That's going to be Complexity versus not today. So the other team. Are you excited for the Summit 3 now that you've qualified? You've survived the grueling NA qualifiers.
Yep. It was best of 3 was intense, but everything else easy peasy.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Summit 3, man. Hype.
Well, right now, Star Ladder, not so hype. We've got Arteezy still looking to reconnect as Troll Warlord is not in the game. That's what you get for pick and troll. I don't know. Is this Troll hero like to you one of the heroes that most needs to be kind of tweaked in the upcoming patches, or are there other heroes you have your eye on that need to be kind of?
I mean, there's a lot of heroes that need some changes. But that's the same with every patch. It's always everyone always complains about certain heroes and other heroes look weak and other heroes look strong. But people will figure it out. Troll though seems to be like people aren't figuring him out though, which I think is the problem. Like Juggernaut was super like DAC and for a little bit after, but he's been picked less and less since because people are figuring out how to play against him. Troll though, it's like Troll and Sniper, they're still just like top tier just because they're insane. Like it's actually a viable strategy for you to sit in your base when you're losing massively with the Sniper, and you just sit in your base as long as you can, and you still have a chance to win.
Yeah.
I've seen like there was a game earlier today, the last game you casted that was like that.
Yes.
The
Game
ASUS
1
almost
at Polar
won.
Empire. Yeah.
They were down so much they almost won the game, and yeah, they just sit in their base with Sniper or Dusa, and you just wait.
And they didn't even have like, I mean, it was just Sniper. Like they didn't have any other big late gamers. Like they somehow got Center suddenly back in the game. DK Phobos was like support mode as a core Zeus, and somehow finds items just by sitting in his base waiting.
Yeah.
So
Crazy. Like if you can't I mean, no carrier can like trade with Sniper or Troll because they just Troll will bash lock you. Sniper will reduce your attack speed so you can't even hit him. It's just
yeah,
Um,
not fun to
tough.
push into.
It's tough to play against,
People need
which is
to.
fine, but
Yeah, it's always going to be that challenge of like, how do you actually break high ground? It used to be like when you had around the Death Prophet and Shadow Shaman era, not an issue, but now, now
they
that's
reduce
not
tower
viable.
gold. They reduce tower gold, and they make glyph timers for every single tier 1, and then tower like pushing towers is like bad for you because you take disadvantage or what's the word? You take bad fights, I guess. Yeah, it just there's a lot of things going on. I don't want to really get into all of it, but
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it's like you say. Every time you figure out a patch, there's always a few heroes which become problem heroes, and a few playstyles which become like just annoying. In this case, it's like the high ground sieging. In the past patches, it was the like let's 5-man all your towers in 15 minutes and win the game. So
yeah.
it seems there's always something. I still like remember like as much like when I see people like saying, oh, the troll jug in all my pub games, I'm like, man, I'd take this over at least the old Tinkers and stuff. I hated playing pub games against Tinkers.
Tinker was tough. I hate playing pub games against Broodmother and Troll right now, but that's
Is Brood a big thing? And Brood seems like at least as far as competitive games go, I think Brood's in a pretty good place.
I think she's in an okay place.
But
Yeah.
it's one of those annoying heroes because it changes. It's like has that techies effect, not to the point of ridiculousness of techies, but you have to change like your entire play style and strategy as soon as that Brood comes out.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it is a game-altering hero. Well, I hope he sees Zyteki's next game. They should have done it. They should have done S4 Magnus and then big Zyteki's.
Did you see that Techies game? How I mean, wasn't as bad as the DAC. I mean, I guess they won the DAC one, but I don't know.
No, I didn't see it, but I saw it got picked.
It was
cool.
Low impact, but they actually lost that game, unlike the DAC one.
But it's reconnecting.
All right, we're getting there. Tinky Winky's back in the game. Hopefully everything runs smoothly now. Good thing you have a day off from your tough qualifier schedule to cast some Dota, and here you are, plagued by pauses.
You know, it's fine. I'd be watching the games anyways, just suffering through pauses. But you know, we do have a day off. It's kind of nice. Everyone's traveling to Boston, excluding me and Sumel, for our boot camp.
Yep. Okay. So you'll just like boot camp with them remotely then?
I mean, I live on the East Coast. Or I live in Midwest, but you know, I can play on Luxembourg without a problem. Our issue is that no European teams will play us on East. So.
Okay, so the boot camp's not about. It's more about being able to play on Europe rather than
Yeah, exactly.
That makes more sense. I wouldn't want to have to sleep in the same room as AUI and Universe. I don't want to know what goes on between those two in a boot camp setting.
They don't room together. Like.
Okay, so it's all a farce basically, is what you're saying. Okay. Who rooms with who? What's the arrangement?
You know, we've only been to like 2 lands together. I roomed with AUI for both of them, and then I think Universe roomed with Mel.
Okay.
Father son. And then Fear and Charlie.
Fear and Charlie.
Yeah.
Okay. Get
Charlie
the two old men together.
Charlie makes like a lot of weird like throat noises. He like coughs up like phlegm and like gargles and stuff, and like so nobody ever wants to room with him.
Okay.
So it's like
Fierce just has to take one for the team there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it looks like at least Alliance is ready. I'm not sure what's the go with Secret. Hopefully nothing too bad. Oh, he's gone again. Tinky Winky.
GG.
GG
Wrap
indeed.
it up.
Yeah. Online Dota 2 in a nutshell. Game is paused.
This is the second group phase of the Star Ladder Season 12 qualifiers. Yep.
It sounds like having these stage 2s. Like I know we had it with the Summit 2 where we have like a phase 1, phase 2. It sounds like there's more qualifiers, like qualifiers within qualifiers, but it is less matches and like less games. So it has been kind of condensed down a bit, but
isn't it the same exact thing?
As far
like
as
they played against the first part of the qualifier, they were in a group of 4 where they played everyone in a best of 3, and then in this one they're doing the same exact thing.
Yeah, they cut it down to like from 4 groups to 2 groups.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just as opposed to last season where it's like 16 teams, big round robin, and nobody really knows what's going on in any one game. It's like, okay, we have a best of 1 here. We don't really know if we need to win this or not. Let's just win as many as we can.
Yeah, that's kind of what Star Ladder's been though since the beginning.
Yeah.
Which was kind of like its own unique thing.
Well, times are changing. Looks like Alliance going to lose a player as well on their side. 4v4, it's all fair now. You know what I think at least unranked pub games need is the swap player option that you had in Dota 1. So if it gets down to like a 5v3, you can just like swap a player over and continue 4v4.
What an awful mechanic. That was the worst, man. You'd have carries who were like super farmed, and they're like, I don't want this game to end, and they just switch teams and start killing everyone on your team.
I mean, I think everyone had to agree with it. Was everyone on both? I think everyone on both teams had to agree to it. So I guess you could reject it.
I don't know. I remember some awful things happening to me, and I'd like to think my team didn't accept that it was going to happen.
Okay, well.
Maybe it was like you needed like half the people in there, and then like your carry would like want to swap, and then their entire team would want to swap or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it works. It was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
Super pubby back then.
And that was how Super Pubby sums up Dota 1 in its beginnings, but there were some fun mechanics. I miss the old Drow ulti. I feel like every time I see a Drow, like I miss that old like the 10% chance to instantly kill a creep or a neutral, and just from auto attacking. That was like my favorite spell for some stupid reason. Now you have this stupid marksmanship thing, which just gives agility. I don't know. Well, I don't know if Secret gonna be finding a stand-in or what here.
I'm in. I'm the sickest troll warlord there is.
You're ready to
I'm
go.
not playing in Star Ladder. Let's go.
I think I think you're allowed to stand in if you want to.
Let's get the fossil old man Fear in here.
He's an actual troll player.
Today. He's traveling today.
Okay, so you may have to play then. If
Could get Sumail.
Alright, if he's available, ring him up. Let Secret know.
I'd have to call his house and talk to his mother. I'm not sure I want to do that.
Have you had to do that before? That sounds...
No, that's the Charlie job.
Yeah.
Is Sumail there?
Does he call him Sumail to Sumail's mum?
Yeah, I think so. That's
Okay.
his name.
Okay, that was my follow-up question. I was like, I didn't realize Sumail was his actual name, not just his in-game name. Okay. All right, that makes sense then. That makes more sense. I'm out of the loop here.
Come on, dude. NA Dota, man.
Making me feel bad. Don't know my players, my scene.
That's okay. You're just a caster.
Yeah, I'm just a caster. Look, ask me about the ASUS.Polar scene. I'll tell you all you need to know.
Tell me anything. That's do I need to know anything?
No, you don't exactly. there's not much to know about the ASUS.Polar scene here.
So who's our Australian hope for TI5?
I guess CSW, but they've only got like one Australian player on the team anymore. But
Hey, man, Australian pride.
That's all you need. It's like when Slicks went to Korea. I was like, all right, this is my new team, MVP Hot 6 with Slicks.
Do you associate New Zealand with your Aussie scene as well, or not?
I mean, if there's a good New Zealand player, absolutely. They quickly become an Australian player. It's like Canada, man. Like, it's like if there's a Canadian player who becomes a big star, I'm sure like the NA Dota scene would still embrace them. I mean, I guess NA Dota isn't just the US anyways.
America was like absolving Alliance during TI3. Like, Alliance would make a great play and everyone would just be shouting USA in the chat. That was my favorite.
Dude, I mean, that's Navi as well. I feel like
Yeah,
anywhere Navi, I mean, anywhere Navi go, at least during their prime, it was like they would just be fan favorites. Even recently in Malaysia, dude, when Navi were playing against Invasion, who's a Malaysian team, there were more people cheering for Navi than Invasion. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, this is a Malaysian team playing in Malaysia, and man, something about that guy Dendi, just people love him.
Yep.
It's crazy. Well, hopefully the craziness of this game 1 is going to happen soon. He's back in the game. We got Tinky Winky.
Any second now.
All right, Secret's ready. All right, that's good news.
The people with the craziest fans though are China for burning though.
Yeah, the way it was described to me is that like even people who don't play Dota or know anything about gaming, like still if they hear the name Burning, will be like, oh, that's that guy who's really famous. Yeah. So
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Did you guys have a lot of fans in China? Was that like kind of crazy for you guys as well?
Yeah, there's a lot of people. The Chinese girls love Sumail. They couldn't get enough of him.
I can just imagine Sumail, awkward 15-year-old, unsure how to deal with that situation.
He usually just ran away.
I think me at 15 would have done the same, so I can just smile and kind of relate to that one. So here we go, horn gonna blow. We've introduced our teams, but we'll run over our lamps again. Looks like Loda on the Bristleback, Aki on the Wisp. Those two headed towards mid lane. Magka going to be on your safe lane support Treant for Pycat's Queen of Pain. In the off lane, Nico on the Clockwork. Secret going to be running the Kuroki Lina up top supporting your Arteezy Troll Warlord. We're going to have S4 going mid on the Wind Ranger, Puppy on the Bane, and then finally Magnus. In the off lane for Zai, still sticking with this 2 pulled Tangos build. Looked like he does want to rush a bottle even in the off lane.
You know how to pronounce Zai's name?
Nope. Do you?
Nope.
I know how to pronounce Zai. I don't know what the player's deal is getting these Tinky Winky and this name, which I'm looking at. I don't know how to say it. I'll stick with Zai. That's the best I've got. So Enfeeble early on a Bristleback. This is Loda's not happy. He's knocked me out to get too much farm. This is what I saw Misery do with his Bane. Get Enfeeble level 1 and just like win the mid lane for your mid lane player using this.
I think you can last hit with quills though. Like you auto attack and quill at the same time. It's almost like an auto attack, anyways.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that big of a deal for him.
So Puppy just going to get some stacks going and probably come back and use a few more. Yeah, so far Loda doing okay. Missing the quill last hit there, but it's kind of like a normal last hit, but it's not going to be perfect.
Yeah, he'll get some stacks in the jungle though. He'll be fine. Bristleback's a comeback hero.
Yeah, and well, we're seeing those stacks already start to happen. That's your power of your Wisp here. Your loader may not get the farm he wants in the mid lane, but he'll have the stacks to work around. So it looks like trailing for Secret. Bane's done his job in the mid lane and going to make his way top lane. Kuro and Puppey even getting to farm up this big Hellbear camp, so Kuro just using his kind of Light Strike Array level 1 to make sure they get this, kite it back and forth, and Nikwa just looks to leech some XP.
Something you'll see supports do a lot is they'll pull the first wave and then they'll connect the pull, and then they usually end up having to right-click down the hard camp because they want it to spawn again in 2 minutes, so they can do the same thing over.
It's a nice play. Also, they zone Nikwa out so he doesn't leech the XP for the Hellbear, so Puppey gets level 2.
Yeah, and now he has to sleep, so he can combo it up with Kuro.
And so, for the most part, looks like we'll just see Puppey focus around getting the stacks going, using the pulls, and Kuro, similar story, zoning out Nikwa kind of in between here. He has hit level 2 in the offlane. As for Zai, still level 1, has got his bottle up. We'll find the bounty rune. Where's the rune control from either team there? They got the top rune, but bottom one's still waiting around, and Zai will come in. And with this pull camp here, likely could find his level 2 off of this. But Pyke going to blink in. Zai doesn't have a skewer. This is first blood. Zai's...
You see what he tried to do there? He tried to... Oh, what are you doing? Kill him.
He tried to go at level 2 with the shockwave on the neutrals. Oh, he's got it! Tango? That was almost survived with that Tango regen.
Really close.
Yeah. Top lane, meanwhile, Nikwa in some trouble. There's going to be a stun from Kuro. Does get inside the cogs, and there's a Dragon Slave, but doesn't look like he's going to want to throw... Oh, it doesn't have mana anymore after the cog hit.
That was kind of cool though. Like, Zai tried to... He used his bounty rune in his bottle, and then he threw a shockwave at the neutrals, and he tried to get his level 2 from that. But he ended up not getting it until he walked into the lane and got it there.
Did come very close to surviving. Pycat, though, 2 points in the Shadow Strike, is starting to bully Zai out of this lane. Oh my god, this right-click harass, and Zai...
Oh, you got treads off that too.
Oof. That's painful stuff. Zai does get the creep wave to his tower. He needs to chew through this bottle as soon as that Shadow Strike wears off, because otherwise you're going to see a Blink Shadow Strike and probably a death onto him. Load at mid. He's getting aggressive on S4, even leveling up the goo at level 4, and S4 in some trouble here. Pops a win run. Nice shackle shot onto 2, power shot to follow, but S4 just needs one more kill to get the kill. Loader going to turn around. Nope, with the bottle regen. He's not going to get it, and Bane gets one. Possibly a second. Puppey with a nightmare. Power shot. S4 says, I'll take that kill, Puppey. Puppey turned that one around, and S4 says, I'm just going to steal your kill.
Yeah, nice rotation by Puppey there. A little bit of overextension though. Like, you can kind of do that with Bristle, but you know, Windrunner, she has the Windrun, so you got to be careful for that.
That's a big couple of kills to be getting in that mid lane, and also just time where you're not maybe getting some additional stacks. You get win range, a big chunk of gold.
Bill and Croaky here, I think.
Yeah. Nikwa going to find him with the boots there. Bottom lane was Zai almost going down to the Queen of Pain, but will be another kill going the Alliance way. That's a solo kill for a Clockwork who wasn't getting much XP or farm in that offlane, so this will help him out quite a lot as far as his game goes.
That's big. I think he just walked up to him, or maybe Croaky's trying to come uphill.
Using that with the help of that Radiant Ward, maybe finding a Leech Seed up top. They want to go in on Arteezy. Not going to be an easy kill, especially with the blind chance from the Whirling Axes. They're still chasing with Battery Assault, but not particularly close to getting this kill. S4 goes in, avoids the cogs there, but not going to get this kill right away. Still has a haste rune, still looking to chase. The bottle regen coming in from Ake, as well as some overcharge. And it looks like S4 not going to find any counter kills, but did force out the TP Alliance, but they didn't even come close to killing Arteezy. This troll hero.
That's such a hard kill to take. Like, the he's going to get Whirling Axe, and he's not going to be able to connect on any of his auto attacks. But they did force a rotation, and they forced all the regen out of Troll, so maybe with Clock gets a couple more levels, he might be able to solo kill him.
Pycat at bottom, maybe in some trouble here. Puppey's rotated in. There's a Nightmare into a Light Strike Array. This is looking bad for Pycat. Nice well-timed gank. Shockwave, no skewer, but they're not going to need it. Down goes your Queen of Pain. Successful smoke from Secret, especially during the night. Very, very potent top lane. Meanwhile, Tinky Winky's been left alone. He's saying, where's my buddies? Where's Lala? Arteezy. Going to be trying to hide away in some trees here, but there's no TP support, and he goes down. So both teams losing their safe lane farmer.
Yeah, I hope Pokemon had cooldown on tree armor, because I think that could have saved Quap, the bottom lane. But I'm not sure. He may have been more focused on getting that troll kill top, which is probably a bigger kill, I think.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Not as bad as one of the... There was a game earlier today where a sniper could have been kept alive and instead the living arm was used on a tower. I don't know if you saw that in the Polar Empire series.
I wasn't watching it that closely, but yeah, that'll happen. A lot of times when you're playing Treant and you click on the mini-map, a lot of players will do that to just click the hero, and then sometimes it can... Usually it'll prioritize the heroes if it's like closer to them, but sometimes you might accidentally click too close to the tower.
Alright, well, things kind of stabilize here. 3 kills apiece, nothing really separating the two teams in terms of farm. And we'll see both teams at least getting their kind of core levels here. Nikwa approaching level 5, so he's going to be in a pretty good place as far as his offlane goes. Zai, similar story, getting at least some XP out of this lane, but there is some kill threat coming out of Pycat's Queen of Pain. Sonic Wave is available, blinks in with a Shadow Strike. Pycat, he raised his arms for the ulti, but held onto it when the Skewer came out.
Yep, and this is actually a really good game for Clockwork to get a lot done. Wind Ranger, if she doesn't get a super early Force Staff, they don't really have... I mean,
Pycat. Oh dear, he's blinked in looking for Zai, and this is going to set up everything here. They're going to chain stun him down, but he gets the kill. There's your Living Armor. Queen of Pain will bring down one with him. The Living Armor coming to at least delay his death and allow him to get the Sonic Wave kill.
Yeah, those 2 kills are really big for Team Secret. They're getting a lot of levels on their supports now.
Yeah. Wow, Puppy almost level 6 already. That is very potent stuff. Magicka's coming to the jungle and will scout out Arteezy. Arteezy pinged though. I think he maybe realized that some of his XP was being leached and something's going on here. As Magnus is actually going to TP top and make his way towards the safe lane.
Yep. And Buckymat's trying to do a thing where you kind of walk around with Treant. It's pretty tough though when you don't have any mana items yet. Also, his Invis is only level 1, so it only lasts for 15 seconds.
Yeah, he's pinging out Arteezy. He's got a pretty big stack here that he wants to try and contest. He can lead with the Leech Seed. Here comes your Clockwork. Hookshot in, hits perfectly. Arteezy trapped in the cogs. Can try and break his way through, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. Loader leads the way, and it's actually the Wisp getting the kill, and now they can take this little neutral stack. It is a triple stack, and double Centaurs and Alpha Wolves. Pretty damn nice for Alliance.
Yep, Treant's level 5 now too. He's getting closer and closer to coming online. I like to think right around level 8, Treant's like the strongest he'll be. He has 4 points in Living Armor and then 2 points in Nature's Skies, and you can kind of just like walk around the entire map. Generally, you have Mana Boots at that point too. I'm not sure if Buckymat goes Mana Boots though. Does he rush Ags on Tree? Have you seen?
I only know FNG does that, but apart from him, I don't know anyone else who does that. I think... I mean, I can only speculate. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, well,
you normally go the Arcane Boots, right?
Yeah, I've been playing around with Ags a little bit, but I'm still a fan of Arcane Boots, I think.
Oh, here's the Nature's Guys play out. Pycat getting right in close here. They see Puppy as well. Puppy goes with a grip. Pycat could open up off of this. Gets a Shadow Strike as well as the Scream. Magicka going to go down, but the stun still coming out. Going to miss Pycat, and with the Wisp support here. Oh, it's a Shackle! That tree coming out of nowhere. Puppy's still in trouble. The second Scream going to finish him off. An S4 very low on HP. Aki kept alive for now. The blink in. Pycat has another Scream. Needs to hit on S4. Won't be able to do so right away. The Shackle going to miss, and Zai's got an RP though, looking for that onto Pycat, maybe an Skewer back. Kuro, Light Strike Array is there, RP, going to be used. Pycat being healed up by the Overcharge as well as the Wisp on the higher ground. Sonic Wave goes through, gets S4. Pycat still alive, the Scream comes out, it's a double kill for Pycat. He wants more, he wants Zai, and Zai out of mana, running out of HP. Pycat unfortunately only has a blink and will be forced back by a TP coming in from Puppy, but that is a big team fight for Team Alliance.
It is so hard to kill cores when you have a Wisp tethered as well as tree armor. It's... yeah, we actually did a combo like that at the Summit 1 with our... if you remember, we had PA, Treant, and Wisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The crits.
That was a great game. It's like impossible to kill them.
Alright. Well, that's a big team fight for Alliance. Pycat somehow just staying alive throughout it all, and Loader was just mid lane the whole time. He pushed down the tier 1 tower, got some more additional gold and map control for his team, and it looks like they're trying to make another move towards Arteezy on this Troll Warlord, although a bit low on mana here. They're going to relocate in. They want to go on this with the Leech Seed. TP support coming in. That's going to be your Kuro Lina, but can he get here in time? Arteezy getting low. The Quill's kind of actually out of mana. Loader does not have the mana to go for this one, and they're going to lose one, possibly a second. Alliance getting maybe too aggressive. They lose the second, and Loader kind of stranded here, but does have the Vanguard. Looks like he'll be okay, but that did not work.
Yep, little too over-ambitious, I think. Loda was actually really low on mana.
Yeah. That was the biggest problem there. Like, he got a few goos off, and then suddenly it's like, I can't even keep stacking quills. So Even I think if he had a bit more mana, it would still look kind of ambitious from
It was
Alliance.
very forced. And they're just trying to keep up the aggression, which is smart. They have a pretty big early game advantage, I think. They want to keep up the aggression, but that was just, unfortunately, went poorly.
Aki as well as Loda going back in the top lane. It's going to be a shackle onto Aki. He's going to get healed up by the living armor. Keeps him alive a little bit longer. Meanwhile, Kuro chased down by Loda. He will go down. Can Loda get out of this one? Low mana on your troll. S4 coming around the side looking for a shackle shot. Won't find it. Quill Sprays is there and Zygo skewering forward, but it looks like Loda will be okay.
It's surprising. I could if I was really surprised S4 didn't hit that shackle shot. I just assumed S4 was gonna land it.
It's S4. I was looking around. I'm like, if this is me, what am I shackling him to? I don't see anything, but S4 will find something. I'll get a grip kill on mid lane Treant Protector, but
yeah, I'm not saying he had an opportunity to do it. I just naturally when I see S4 wind and throwing a shackle, I just think it's gonna land.
Yeah, he knows there's like some tree which it's like the one at bottom lane in that random tree that just is near the river that he happened to hit. S4 could be in some trouble here. There's a Sonic Wave Scream, and even the Rocket Flare going to help things out. Pycat thought about holding onto the ulti, didn't need to, or did have to use it in the end, and gets a kill, a solo kill on your Wind Ranger.
Yeah, so Secret's blocking camps with their wards instead of looking for a vision, unlike the runes. So the map is kind of dark for Secret for the most part.
And yeah, Queen of Pain just like walked into the Roshan pit and was using it to hide, so they get a few more wards up now, so we'll see what they can do with this. But Alliance are grouping up near the top lane, looking to push down a tier 1 tower here, and Nikwa heading up there as well. So this will be 4-man rotation. Pycat can theoretically TP as up there as well if they're worried about a fight breaking out, but it seems Secret looking to let this one go and not defend it. Actually, it's going to be a hook shot in the neutrals, misses Arteezy. Nikwa fishing, but doesn't find anything. Aggressive wards being planted now in this dire jungle to try and assist some of these kills.
The Roshan time?
Possibly Pycat blinks forward to bottom lane. S4 relocate as well. This is looking bad for your Wind Ranger. Shackle will land this time around. Loda still chasing him with the spirits. That's a nice kill coming out for Ake. Zai in some trouble. Has a skewer maybe to help cover his retreat. Good combo. The 2-hero stun from Kuro blows up your Wisp, and Loda can't chase on his own. Loses that tether movement speed and decides to back off.
Still a good trade for Alliance. Once like same situation as Team Secret. They're using their wards for jungle vision of their opponents rather than map vision, I guess. So they just don't see like anything that's happening in the rivers.
They don't see this, and that's going to be, well, a secret wraparound into this jungle. Looks like they want to steal the stack, although an aggressive ward will also scout out Loda in this mid lane. Zai gonna take most of what's this triple stack down here. Nice chunk of gold to work towards his Blink Dagger, which he will have the money for now. Picks it up, and he's in a pretty good spot here. Only the 1 point in skewer. He wants to max his empower as early as possible.
Clock talk.
Meanwhile, on the river here, it's going to be S4 in some trouble. The DD rune up top, but he's being body blocked, and that wind run didn't really save his life there, as it looks like Loda are going to be able to bring him down with the quills.
Ugh, I hate playing as Wisp Bristleback.
It's working out well for Alliance so far.
Yeah, it's so strong. Like, he's such a monster with the tether.
Top lane, hookshot catches Arteezy. Sonic Wave and everything. They'll blow up your Troll Warlord. Alliance, as you said, keeping up the aggression, using this early game lead, and using just the power of this Wisp Bristleback and just the early game lineup with Clockwork, Queen of Pain to get a lot done here in the early game. Nikwa's got a 4-staff all of a sudden. This is looking pretty nice for Team Alliance. I'll take towers and objectives as well.
Yep, they're doing really well. They're having a great early game. They're getting kills where they need kills to be had, and Secret probably needs to. It's tough because we kind of have the omniscient view of like knowing where all the wards are, but right now Alliance is just playing in Secret's jungle, and if Secret can like kind of figure this out, they can just either go for the bottom tower or just play in their jungle or stick troll on Ancients or even do Roshan.
In kind of typical Secret fashion, they have got a lot of farm on their supports. It's something they seem to do more than a lot of teams. Like Kuro's got the second most farm on his team. Even Puppy with 2.5k net worth is got a Tranquil Soaring already, so it's not like as the gold difference is not as big as like the top core heroes suggest, because Secret is kind of this much greater farm distribution across their lineup.
There you go, though. We have Empower on Troll, and he's gonna clear some Ancients.
This will make up for a lot of the gold differential between Troll and the Bristle.
Yeah, it's big.
So elsewhere for Alliance, it looks like, I mean, we mentioned the Arcane Boots on Tree, and at this point Magicka is just hoping to finish those sometime soon, I guess. Not getting much farm on your Tree and Protector.
Definitely is not.
So, Blink Dagger on your Magnus. Could be looking to use this to start finding some pickoffs. Blinks forward, RP, it's a solo RP onto Ake. They'll grip it and everything. That's some serious hate.
Yeah, so instantly Magicka pings the bottom tower. He says, hey, we're gonna go take this fight. No RP, no Fiend's Grip. It's time to go.
Yeah. Looks like Loda, though, still at the mid lane. So still just 3 heroes down there. If Secret want to try and at least defend, use that power shot spam, the Dragon Slave. But it seems Secret have other ideas, which is just to farm there and let this bottom tier 1 tower go if Alliance are going to commit for it. Wisp can just TP mid on respawn and offer that threat of a relocate should Secret try and defend against these 3 heroes. And yeah, Wisp will go mid, so effectively this could quickly become 5 heroes at bottom lane if Secret aren't careful.
No, they're just gonna back off though. They know that they don't have their ults. They can't really. They don't want necessarily to fight right now.
So Pycat, looks like an ulti ult pickup for him. Maybe going straight into a Scythe of Vice, not your standard Queen of Pain build. You mentioned the Yules that Sumail likes, or S4 almost exclusively goes for the Orchid Rush. This is something completely different. The Hex Rush.
Yeah, Hex offers a couple different things. It makes them a lot tankier. They also can, like, they can stop Windrunner from just like running away. Like Orchid, their heroes will just walk away, I guess. I don't know.
Especially if a 4-staff's up, but 4-staff, S4 is actually not very farmed. He's having a rough game.
It's not.
Kind of expect, like, this is the time where you'd have a 4-staff, but not the case. Relocate mid. Oh, boy. That range. Puppy's still going to go down, I think. There we go, the Scream. He gets off a Brain Sap and makes it a lot more difficult than it should have been.
Yeah, casted all the spells at least.
Force out an Overgrowth and a Relocate. They leave the Roshan pit for now. Looks like they want to defend and push out these lanes and make the most out of the map before they take Roshan. But for now, it's going to be pushing out farm in the top lane. They've got bottom lane issues as well. Arteezy's starting to accumulate some farm himself with the Yasha. We'll see where he looks to go after this. If he gets the straight BKB or completes maybe a Sanjin Yasha first.
Ancient stacks. This is quickly becoming a problem for Alliance.
They've got a lot of farm out of this. Well, and Secret's...
That being said, I like Treant against Secret's kind of playstyle. Like, whenever you see Secret playing, they're always like ratting and like split pushing. But if you have Treant to like armor up your towers and like, kind of like walk around invis all the time, they can kind of find them before it actually happens and keep their towers alive, which is really important.
There's been a number of times where Magicka has just been in a position with the Nature's guys to scout out like a secret hero or two who are alone and set up these kills. He's only gone for 1 point in the invis, which is a bit surprising, not having...
I was surprised by that too.
Yeah.
See, the smoking from, or smoke to Roshan or something is happening here.
Nico going to scout him out, the rocket flare and everything. He gets caught by the grip, doesn't get a chance to hook or force stuff out of there, but...
Thought maybe he would buy back if there's going to be a Roche fight.
Looks like they have the good Radiant Vision. They see the Ancients now, at least. The Sentry Ward goes down, and Puppy will immediately deward it, though, so this does give Secret a bit of an edge around this. Well, there's still one more Radiant Ward, which has a Sentry on it, below the Roche pit, but looks like at least Alliance know that Secret aren't going to the Roshan pit right away off of that. So they'll hold the Clockwork buyback, and things kind of settle down here. Just a 3,000 gold lead for Alliance, and experience lead going the way of Team Secret. Doesn't really feel like either team has a big advantage right now. Secret have that gold deficit mostly because they've yet to be able to push down a single tower.
No, it's very even. It's all going to depend on the ultimates of Team Secret and whether or not Alliance can survive through them. They have RP, Laguna, Fiend's Grip, and then I guess just Troll's right clicks. But I would really look for Kuroki and Zai to make the big plays here, and then Puppy to find a good Fiend's Grip target.
Let's see what Pycat can do as well with this Scythe of Vice. He's going to be one of those... I mean, he has to be a playmaker. He's the main kind of initiator or potential counter. If Magnus blinks in, if you can catch him with a Hex before he RPs or skewers, kind of make that S4 play. We saw that he likes to with his Orchid, where he catches the blink initiator before they can use their stun or whatever it may be. But it's going to come down to who can get these good initiations in team fights. Looks like Nikwa fishing for a hookshot here around the mid lane. Magicka will come.
They're baiting Puppy.
Oh, they went looking for it. The hookshot actually misses, possibly for the better. Pycat blinks in with a Hex. Puppy on his own. They may need a Sonic Wave. The Shackle Shot doesn't land. Nice Overgrowth catches out S4, and meanwhile Clockwork goes in on Kuro. Will not be able to bring him down. The Yule Scepter being used nicely there. Kuro unleashes his payload on Nikwa, but doesn't get the kill. As elsewhere, they lose Wind Ranger and Bane. 2 down on the side of Secret, and Pycat looking for more. Has a blink available, but looks like Secret have dispersed and gone to the winds here to get the hell out of there. No RP used, and you mentioned like just how well they use their ultis. Lina used everything on a hero that the rest of his team weren't focusing. The Magnus couldn't get off an RP. Bane didn't get a chance to Fiend Script. They just didn't get a chance to use their ultis there.
Yeah, it was a very scrappy fight, and that's exactly what Alliance wants out of this game. Bristleback and Quap are going to do constant damage. Wisp is going to keep them alive, as well as Treant, and then Clockwork's just going to be more of a nuisance than anything for these cores of Team Secret.
Bristleback actually went back for a medallion as well, which is an odd choice for like one of your core heroes. I think he got this even after the Sanj and Yasha, I want to say.
Yeah, I didn't notice it until now. So
he at least had
probably.
the Sanj.
He's got an interesting inventory. He's got his branch, casual gauntlet.
Yeah.
He probably just found the branch on the ground. He was like, "Oh, my TP's not cool. I'll just pick this up."
I guess the Wisp is his little I don't know, mobile TP scroll, I guess. That can TP him anywhere on the map.
Roshan's happening.
Yeah. So Secret have a smoked up Alliance team near them, but Alliance not making a move. Rocket Flare hasn't gone in and scouted this just yet. It looks like this is going down uncontested.
Rocket Flare.
It's too late. He had it for a while and was holding on to it, but perhaps not wanting to reveal his position while smoked up.
I just don't think they were sure of what was going on exactly.
After losing that Radiant Ward above around the Ancients, the map got very dark for Team Alliance.
It did. And they did smoke into Roshan, I believe. So their one ward in the river here didn't spot it.
Okay, so Secret, I mean, that's a couple smokes in a row. They get a pick off on a Clockwork, get a Roshan this time around, although...
It's worth it, though.
Yeah, did lose that one team fight. Still feels like not much has changed as far as the state of this game. It's very much in the balance. Both teams kind of building up towards their kind of big game team fight. These late game team fight items are theirs. TC gets scouted out. He's got the Aegis, so they don't want to overcommit. They're going to need a relocate in if they want to even kill him once, but here comes your Bane. In the relocate now coming out, kind of used in a very defensive position here by Ake as well as Loda. Now there's your Fiend Script, gets cancelled out by the Clockwork hookshot. They're looking for that RP. Can they find a great Sonic Wave from Pycat? Goes through. Puppy finally gets brought down. Nikwa, he full stuffs himself into a shackle. Loda left alone. He didn't get relocated back out, and now Arteezy trying to hold on to this Aegis for a bit longer. Pycat coming in from the side. Loda finally gets the backup he needs from the Wisp. He's getting low though, down to 300 HP. There's another Shockwave and a Lina stun in just a second. Solo RP on Loda. He goes down and it's just your Queen of Pain left standing. Pycat gonna get the hell out of there as Secret win what I want to say is one of their first big team fights of the game. Normally it's been these scrappy little pickoffs, but this time around they take a head-on team fight against Team Secret.
Yeah, that fight was still pretty scrappy though, like, cause I wasn't able to really find a good RP until the end there, and it was still just a solo kill of Bristle, which was good, like that was a good kill, but not the RP he was probably looking for. The root from Treant actually didn't go off that fight, and I think that was a big reason why the Clockwork ended up dying so quickly to the troll.
And he forced stuff to dodge the Light Strike array and then just set up that shackle as well, which was kind of unfortunate. But we'll see. S4 coming up big there, despite having a slow start and dying a few times this game. His teamfight presence very much being highlighted there. So just the 4-star for your S4 Wind Ranger, but now we see the BKB on the troll, and that's going to be a 10-second BKB for your next team fight. So Sanjin Yasha, BKB, Helm the Dominator. Troll kind of just at that state of the game where he is going to be a big problem as far as dealing with this hero. And you mentioned you throwing in power on him suddenly. I mean, there isn't really a clear answer for Troll Warlord as a hero right now.
No, they're really going to need to make sure that this Treant gets his root off after the BKB just to stop his right clicks. But I think Alliance has probably missed their timing. Unless they take unless Secret takes a really poor team fight, I'm not sure they're going to be able to claw their way back into this game.
It's like, if you overgrowth him during the BKB, it doesn't feel like they have the damage to kill him anyway, so...
No,
yeah,
the
BKB...
wait for the BKB to go down and then just kind of kite him around.
Yeah. Well, the rest of the Secret team can kind of pack a punch too. Your Lina almost has an Aghanim Scepter. Kuro is the kind of silent carry of this team in some ways here. They are going to go on Arteezy. He's got the BKB. Is he going to turn and use it? There's an RP from your Magnus behind, but they've seen him. They're splitting up, not allowing an RP. Misses to skewer on the Wisp. It's going to be just load if he wants to use the RP. Defensive overgrowth, and it looks like neither team going to commit to this fight. Composure from Arteezy, who doesn't actually panic and use his BKB there, was trying to set up an RP for Zai, but didn't happen.
I think he's, well, he has almost no reason to use it against Bristle and Wisp. I think he's just saving it for the Clockwork or the Quap or maybe the Treant route.
See Magicka now coming in the jungle, finds Zai, hook shot from afar. Lina tried to maybe throw a stun there, the relocate coming in, and Zai hits a 4-hero RP, but those cogs blocking everything off, and best RP we've seen, or at the same time, possibly one of the worst RPs we've seen.
Yeah. I mean, it's the thought that counts, right?
Yeah, it's like you hit the 5-hero black hole and there's no one else on your, like, while 4 of your teammates are dead. It's not really a good black hole.
Oh, good pick off there by Alliance.
It still feels like they need more of it. I mean, you mentioned just like the secret team fight around the BKB troll. And even if Trolls just keeps on farming, if he gets his next level of items, the Skadi, the Satanic, dealing with him just gets trickier and trickier.
Yeah. But if they can get his BKB down to 5 seconds, then it shouldn't be that bad. Looks like they're going to try and defend bottom here.
Load TP's in to start things off, and 4 other dots make their way down through the minimap, and looks like Secret aren't going to commit to this one. They've already started to make them way back to their jungle.
Yeah, no RP. Like, I think we're going to see a smoking here from Alliance.
They haven't got that much. They've got good vision in the enemy jungle here, so especially if Secret make their way towards that jungle. Even if they don't, they get a pretty good picture of where Secret are on the map just by the fact they're not farming their jungle. So it looks like actually Alliance is going to just kind of look to brute force this bottom lane.
Maybe just fucking find Puppy before it.
Puppy. Can he see Nico here? The Sentry he's out of the range for it. Now he's going to start with the battery assault. Hook shot onto Puppy. Cogs to follow. He's locked in place here, but there's your Lina. Gets actually full stuff out of there. Nico wants out. The Sonic Wave goes through. Loader locked down by the Fiend's Grip. Can they cancel this? With the Overgrowth, they will. Tinky Winky goes down in the BKB. Great overgrowth from Magicka. There's no buybacks coming out from your Troll. He's got one, but he doesn't want to use it. And Puppy going to go down as well. Alliance killed 2, and a lot of that came down to the Treant Protector.
Also, Pycat managed to get his Hex onto Arteezy before the BKB happened, and that's why Arteezy was so low when he popped, when he came out of there. And he used his BKB instantly, and then just got rooted.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of, I guess, yeah, the Hex forces that panic BKB, and
it does. Yeah, that's probably why he went the item, actually. It was a really good item choice, I think.
Alliance now will be able to, look like, get this tier 2 bottom tower. Magnus has an RP, but he's just sitting on the high ground here, not looking to make a move out of this base, and S4 just trying to delay things, or at least clear out the creep wave with some power shot spamming. Well, on top of this, Pycat now has a Lincoln Sphere, so he can play a bit more aggressive, not get caught up by a Yule's Initiation from Lina, a Shackle Shot from your Wind Ranger. There's not really that many good spells for actually countering the Lincolns, outside of maybe like an Enfeeble.
Yeah, but if Puppy shows his face, I think Clockwork's
that's
basically for him every fight.
It's not really... Yeah, it's exactly. It's not a hero you want in the front lines to initiate. I guess Magnus can just go in with like a Blink RP to kill the Queen of Pain, and then you deal with her for like that. But it feels like this is a really hard item to deal with if you're Secret.
Yeah, it's Zai's actually having a really tough time on the Magnus here, trying to find RPs.
Oh, hook shot. Catches out Kuro. He's going to immediately throw up the Yules, but with the battery assault already cast, Nikwa likely to get this kill on Kuro. Kuro trying to fight his way out. Who's going to win the fight? It's going to be Kuro. Comes on top with the Ag Scepter. That's a new pickup. Gets the kill, and Lina may even survive this one. Scurries away down river. They okay, they do lose to Lina. Queen of Pain managed to clean that one up. Pycat coming in, and still a 2-for-1 trade going Alliance's way.
And Croaky is so farmed.
That's actually... I was just expecting Clockwork to get that kill, but then suddenly that's an Ag ulti.
Like 2.5k above S4. How often do you see that?
Yeah. I've seen, I mean, you see quite not frequently, but it's not a unheard of thing for a support to be more farmed out than like the offlaner, but...
Yeah, the mid hero though?
And it's a Lina, like, I've seen like a Visage do it where they're like the number 2 most farmed hero, but something like a Lina is not a hero you'd expect.
Lina farms pretty quick though.
Yeah. Well, I guess, I mean, this is why teams run Lina as a core, because you can get a lot out of the item progression, and... S4 though, he's playing in kind of struggle city, just working on an Ag Scepter now to go with his 4 staff.
Yeah.
So next Roshan in 2 minutes.
I haven't been paying too much attention to item progression, but Lotus almost got a Assault Cuirass, which is pretty big for his team against Troll.
He's just going to the high ground at bottom lane. Gets the Wisp support, forces some TPs, and Kuro gonna go looking for Aki here with this Yule Scepter. Not gonna find too much.
I think Team Secret should look to get a gem here pretty soon. The Treant Invis is kind of messing them up a bit.
Even just a lot of deep wards here. I feel like it's something they should have maybe even gotten earlier. Would you say?
Yeah, well, in hindsight, of course, but
yeah. The number of times there's been like a Nature's Guys initiation.
Just saying, let's try not to let the bad things that have happened happen again.
Yeah. So there's a gem for Alliance.
Yeah, map control would be
Radiant's
super
top
useful.
tower is under attack.
They're actually starting to they actually use their Treant Nature's Guys on their allies a lot. Like he'll use it on the Clockwork, he'll use it on the Co-op, and they just kind of like sneak up on Team Secret. So if they had a gem or something.
Yeah.
Maybe they saw him before it happened. That'd be good.
They've just had a couple of sentry wards, and that sentry in that last fight was he walked past it, but they didn't have vision. And then by the time he saw Puppey, he was out of the sentry range. So
Yeah.
didn't really have the necessary coverage there. Now they're moving forward, but Alliance seal this. They've got the high ground ward. Hookshot in on Puppey to start things off, but the counter Yules is there. No cogs comes out. Light Striker Ray onto Nikwa. He may go down to this Laguna. Gets 4-star forward. That's not the direction he wanted to go. And in comes Loader. There's your Overgrowth, and down goes your Troll. Lockdown once more. Pycat blinks forward, slows Puppey, and Load, and the front lines has the completed AC. He's doing a lot of damage. Turns his back before he gets stunned up. That'll help him negate some of that damage. Skewer backwards. Treant. Uh-oh, he's in some trouble on the high ground here. They're living armor on himself. He gets gripped up and brought down, but his team is cleaning up. Loader in the front lines, just doing a lot of damage, and more importantly, Pycat.
With
his-
his side on the deck.
Oh, they've got it. Recovered, and now onto the tier 3 tower. Pycat just zoning heroes out.
Buyback out of this Bane. I think this is a set of racks. Unless we get a massive RP.
Oh, there's this shackle shot onto Nikwa. They need another Laguna Blade if they want to fight this one. It looks like it's a solo RP on Pycat. Can they bring him down? They skewer him towards the tier 4 towers, but Pycat didn't even really come close to dying. He actually blinked back into a tower here. They lose the win range in the meantime. Loader being dealt with by the Yules, but dealt with isn't really quite the situation here. They're going to lose bottom racks, and oh no, they're not. They back off. The win range of buyback is enough to force them out. Nikwa low, 4-stuff up in a couple of seconds. Gets the high ground cogs off, and uh-oh, misses that one. 4-stuff, 4-stuff. Come on. He's dodging, he's juking everything. He's got the 4-stuff, he doesn't want to use it apparently. He gets relocated out. Do they re-engage here? Bristleback is not headed that direction. It looks like they may just let the Wisp die.
I don't know, Bristol's got a haste rune.
He's not bringing back Clock. Oh, Aki looking for a tether maybe. No, he gets out to the low ground.
He's out.
Well, that works. Alright, Secret can't even kill a Wisp. Whoa, where did this item come from? Pycat Refresher Orb.
Holy moly, that's a refresher.
Secret immediately smoke up. Probably have their eyes on Roshan, or at least an advantageous team fight, but Alliance knew where they were by the Roshan pit, and then they don't see them back off by this Observe Ward, so they may kind of figure out kind of what's going on here. They know they were bottom lane here, at least, like bare minimum.
Oh yeah, smoke from Secret. Roshan is up.
Will they go into the pit? That's very dangerous. Clockwork, Rocket Flare, scouts it out, doesn't see anything going down.
They see Bristle tree around, they're like, oh fuck that.
Yeah.
Go the other way, guys.
Puppey walks into him. Uh-oh. Loader goes forward. One right click is a quarter of Puppey's HP, and Kuro's Light Strike Array off the mark. Puppey taking big damage from Loader. Loader just marching on forward. There's your living armor once more. He gets one, and he's looking for more. Tinky Winky trying to fight Loader, but I don't think that's a fight he's going to win. Off to the side, Kuro takes a Sonic Wave RP, not being used. Pycat refreshes, hexes up Zai, blink in with a scream. Sonic Wave, misses the Sonic Wave, but it's still a victorious team fight. It's a celebratory ulti from Pycat. Well then, that is looking like an Alliance high ground push to come, and possibly bottom racks if they want it.
Definitely bottom racks. Zai's no buyback either, so maybe mid racks as well. Or I think the smart play is they should go for Roshan. Well, actually,
Get the racks, it's worth it, but no, neither it does. Yeah.
okay.
I guess they don't know the buyback status here. They see Bane respawning and think maybe like Bane respawns and a hero has buyback, and then suddenly we die.
Kroki's been rich the whole game. They can just presume that he has a buyback.
So it will be the roach they go for.
Yeah, and Aegis on Pycat, like, that's trouble.
is being the playmaker. 11, 2, and 10. This Queen of Pain play has been on point. Easy, Roshan. Uncontested. Hookshot in the mid lane. S4. He's got the 4-staff, uses it to the side, gets away from the relocate in to some extent, but Loda's there with the nasally goo. S4 getting slowed down, but Loda won't commit. 5 alive on the secret side.
Holy shit, did you see that?
What did he Laguna?
The Wisp. The Wisp had 1 second on relocate. Just Lagooned him. It didn't do enough. He had that value Vit booster.
Nope.
Hey, shit, it's almost 3k gold. I think you should get the Vlads for the bristle.
Yeah. Vlad's
Or-
perks, or...
Could go like Yules or luxury items, man.
Yule seems always good.
Get him back. Not that much mana though. That's the problem.
Even just like a Yule's to keep the Magnus controlled in a team fight.
Yeah.
Just throw him up in the air, and then you can deal with like kite around the RP a lot better. But at this point, it doesn't really matter what you go. You could get a Dagon in, and it'd probably be a... I don't know if that would be a good item, but probably not. But we'll see them go high ground. Alliance, Loda on the front lines, working on the tier 3 tower with a DD rune.
They have Glyph for Team Secret. They're gonna use it here.
Yeah, they need to. Loda just going to get chipped away. He is not the one with the Aegis, so... Just be a little bit cautious. Get skewered back. They want to try keep him away from that Wisp relocate. Here it comes. Aki's going to save his buddy.
Perfect.
Pulls him back. Good play. Just for a skewer, though. They still will have another skewer in 20 seconds' time, and there will not be a relocate. Aki, his relocate's going to put him under this tower. This is actually kind of problematic. Forces them to engage. They go in with the hook shot. Starts things off on a Puppy. Puppy's being getting locked down in place, and there's your Sonic Wave number 1. Is there a number 2? The Refresher's still on cooldown. Loda. RP brought down, and Alliance... They're forced to retreat. They've only killed off the Bane with the Clockwork, and Arteezy will bring down one more. That's a gem on the side of Team Secret now with that kill. A good hold for Secret. They were kind of forced to engage. It was a nice relocate save, but then the Wisp was like, I'm being relocated back into this space, so we've got to go in or we've got to let me die.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, going up high ground against Magnus is really tough, and that whole thing was set up from Zai initially skewering the Bristleback too deep into the tier 4s, and they had to kind of take a forced fight. And it's not like the scrappy fight that we talked about earlier. Like, this is exactly how Team Secret wants to take their team fights. They're just head-on 5v5. And all the team fights earlier were, a little bit more pick-offy and, one-on-one kind of stuff like that. And that's where the Quap and the Bristleback really excel.
It also feels like Pycat with his refresher on cooldown was maybe like waiting out the refresher before a big team fight. They just wanted to chip away at the base and wait out that cooldown. Because if he had another Sonic Wave or another Hex, that could have been a much better fight for Alliance.
Of course. That being said, I think they're okay still.
Yeah.
They still have the Aegis on Pycat, and can be a little bit smarter about the team fight that they select.
Tree and Aghanim Scepter going to be coming up soon too. That is quite the item.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you see this item, but like they've already like won the game, haven't they?
Yeah.
Don't you think like a mech and like a Vlad's would like you go like way farther with that 4,000 gold?
If you think so, I think so.
Oh.
I don't know. No, I mean, I think for like these most recent pushes, having a mech or a Vlad's could definitely help out. And Magic has got the mana for it to use the mech, which you mentioned the Wisp is kind of limited on.
Exactly.
Wisp still hasn't spent his money. Is he picking up a Reaver and actually getting a heart? What an item. Relocate top lane. There's a fight breaking out. It was a Clockwork hookshot initiation, and Kura will be forced back to safety. How Taras does not seem like the item for a Wisp, but I mean, it'll make him tanky, but seems
Nice regen.
Seems very gimmicky.
It's not the worst item. Dagon would have been way worse.
Yeah, I agree. Touche, touche. So Shiva's now picked up for Pycat. His item progression continues to grow, and Team Secret down just one lane of Rax, but it does feels like the general state of this game is very poor for them. They haven't got any ability to control these team fights. They have got the gem on their side, and I believe, yeah, Puppy with the gem, so they won't be kind of caught out by surprise by these Nature's Skies initiations, but Alliance still with Aegis for just about 15 seconds. It looks like they won't get a chance to use it to try and push high ground.
Yeah, it's turning into the Turtle Fest we were talking about earlier. High ground defense with Magnus.
And this is even without like that sniper type hero. I guess Troll kind of fits a similar category with his current items.
He's his own kind of monster.
It's where if you ever do skewer Bristleback away from the rest of his team, Troll kind of, you get him head on with a Bristleback, you will lock him in place and kind of slow him down with the Sanjin Yasha plus Skadi slow, plus the bashes from Berserker's Rage. That is not easy for the Bristle to fight into.
Definitely not. No. But the issue is if they're gonna die to Lina and Magnus before they even like start the fight.
Let's see. It looks like a BKB may come out next for your Bristleback.
That's a smart pickup, I think. I don't know. Need something though. It's like their high ground ability is just not good with Quap and Bristleback.
If it's on a BKB, it's like maybe a Heart of Tarrasque or something, just for raw HP.
I think BKB's fine. I'm not sure. I think they need another Roshan though for Quap. It's so hard to high ground. Like they just don't have like the best heroes to high ground. Like they need to find a pick outside the base.
Yeah, Secret one, they can just stay inside their base so that the picks maybe won't present themselves. They are making a move out towards this bottom lane, but feeling pretty confident they've got Vision and saw where Alliance are on the map around that middle and top lane. So TZ makes his move out. He's got buyback if needed. It looks like the buyback status is pretty good for this dire side.
Oh, here we go. Magnus he just blinked over. They're gonna go for it.
That is an aggressive play to be making here. They see everyone with this Raiden Observer Ward. They see the Troll. They saw the Magnus earlier. They're kind of converging towards these Ancients here. They de-ward it. Magicka also gets scouted out by the gem, and there's your hookshot. Catches RTZ. He can BKB, but he gets Hex first. The Sonic Wave goes through Kuro. Misses the stun, and RTZ forced to just BKB and run. Doesn't want to turn and fight, and well, guess what? Magnus abandoned. Was a refresher from Pycat.
Has a buyback.
Ooh, hookshot. Catches Kuro. Fiend's Grip now being used as a countermeasure here. Nikwa losing most of his mana pool. The force up to the high ground, and Nikwa trapped in his own cogs. He's going to be brought down. Ake, the relocate was too late. Oh dear. Dust forward. That's going to catch up Magicka, but it looks like they don't want to chase any further. The Magnus buyback was used. Oh, back comes Ake. Down he goes.
Not getting away this time.
Feels like Secret is still holding on, and you can... Troll Warlord, we've seen what this hero can do.
Just wait for the rubber band. It's coming.
Magnus plus Troll. All it takes is a fight or two, even just a single pickoff or two, as we just saw there. See a bit of a gold swing go back towards the Secret favor, I imagine, in a few seconds on our graphs. But
yeah, and that's kind of the thing with this new patch. Like before, you could kind of throw bodies at the racks here, and you can get this. Maybe you can get the mid set of racks with a couple buybacks on your heroes. But if they go mid and lose 5 or 6 heroes, like they're gonna lose the game.
That was the thing about so many TI4 games I remember. It's like a team would do a bad push where they'd go for the high ground with like a Death Prophet Void or whatever and get team wiped, and it's like, well, they just go again a minute later and it didn't really hurt them that much. I mean, it hurt them obviously giving some golden XP, but it's nowhere near what it is now.
Yeah, but then like Glyph would be on cooldown and stuff like that, and they could actually get the barracks, and then you felt like the progression of actually doing that. And now it's just like you die, and then their carry has like a whole new item. It doesn't even matter if there's mega creeps in the lane.
Roshan going to be a long respawn, kind of max duration respawn coming out, which...
Yeah. This is going to be the best opportunity for Alliance to take a team fight, because I think that Secret's going to want to contest this outside of their base, where they're much, much weaker.
Yeah, there's the BKB on Bristleback we talked about. Magicka's still short of 1,000 gold for his Accept, and this is where kind of you mentioned, like, you get a Vlad's or a mech. He would have had an item which could benefit his team in these last few team fights. Instead, he just has some extra stats. I guess his big spell has been the Overgrowth, but even like a Blink Dagger so he could get in faster maybe, but... Or this Axe is... I mean, it's kind of like he could have bought an item to increase the Radiant team's advantage when they were strong, because right now their leader seems to be faltering a bit.
Yep. I'm telling you, man. Axe Tree, not the way to go, I think.
It seems good when you're playing from behind and like you're just for an item that you're fighting with, but with the advantage it seems like maybe you can go other directions. Bottom lane Puppey very aggressively positioned. Blink Hex comes out and easy one pick off here. Can they get number 2? Kuro gets caught by the Overgrowth, uses himself in the air, but looks like he may go down here. Throws out a Laguna Blade and accepts his own fate. Nice 2-hero shackle, but that's just going to cover the retreat here. It's a hook shot from Nikwa, locking RTZ inside the cogs here. Nikwa getting kind of low, but the overcharge from Ake negating most of that damage, and That's your Lena buyback.
I think they lost their gem as well.
There was a gem on the ground, and it looks like it was recovered by Majka. It was originally his gem, but it went over to the side of Secret, and now it looks to return to its original owners.
There we go. There's a ward and a sentry on this high ground here for Secret. Just see everything that was happening.
So next Roshan very soon.
That's a 12-minute, or isn't that like a 11-minute Rosh?
Yeah, it's. I see it like right on the dot, so it's probably pretty much at that point. Relocate top, just gonna farm and push things out with the Bristleback Wisp. Try and get some creep equilibrium control. Secret know this Roche respawn's coming, and it looks like they do want to contest it. They've got all their big ultis, but they've got to land them. They're very reliant. They're gonna de-ward and then immediately smoke up.
This is it, man.
This is the big Roshan fight. Loda gonna be the one they run into. Can they bring him down? There's no relocate to save his life if they do kill Loda, but they see Loda and they say, no, 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 no. Let's get out of here. We do not want to fight this guy.
Got that fresh BKB.
You can't grip him either because Nico's always going to be there with a hook shot, so
Yeah.
you can't rely on that grip to keep him in place. The clockwork pick has really been big for Alliance this game. Secret now, they scout this out, they get a power shot. Rocket Flare will give vision of Team Secret. They de-ward the high ground ward, so...
Oh, Triet.
Oh.
So scared.
This is just aggressive play from Magic. It looks like the Hex comes out on the side. Nice 4-stuff will push RTZ back. He's got the BKB, going to turn and fight. He gets locked in place. There's your Overgrowth. Sonic Wave. They can't attack even in the BKB. RTZ is going to try Satanic and bring down Loda. He's life-stealing a bit back to full HP. No one dead just yet. Hookshot forward from Nico. Catches out Kuro as well as pushing back RTZ. Again, it's a huge RP! Oh, TZ going to clean up! Didn't even... It had the Empower as well. That's 3 dead on the Alliance side. Insta buybacks coming out. They want to fight this one. Hookshot in on Puppy. He gets 4-stuff back. He goes down to the Pycat, Queen of Pain. Blink forward available soon. And Pycat may be able to finish off S4. He's trapped in the trees here. 4-stuff. TP. Can S4 get out? It looks like he might. No hookshot being used. And S4 will survive. That's the RP Secret we're looking for.
Yeah, it's just tough to fight this late game troll for Team Secret. The Empower plus RP combo just too strong. They need to make sure this RP doesn't go off. And Bristleback can't even man fight troll anymore.
It was such a long fight, and Azai just kept on waiting and waiting and waiting, and he finally got the RP. But Alliance used buybacks, knowing RP's on cooldown. They say, look, we'll use buybacks, push him away, and then get the Aegis. So Aegis at least goes the way of Alliance's side, but
that's true. I mean, the good thing is that Secret didn't get the Aegis, so that would have been a real problem for them.
We'll see some item progression out of Secret as a result of that team fight, though. And I guess the other thing you kind of mentioned is getting the Troll's BKB down. It's down to 5 seconds now for Arteezy, so that can be entirely negated by the Overgrowth, effectively, if timed properly by Magicka.
He's been doing a pretty good job about it. Just waiting patiently for it.
Do you get like a last item Manta style if you're Troll to get out? Or do you like disassemble your Sanjin Yasha for Manta even?
I mean, it's not the worst idea, but I don't know if he's going to do that. He's probably just going to look for more damage.
Alliance going to group up towards the top lane. It looks like they want to go for a push. They've got a couple smokes coming out as well. The Vanguard of Loda can be sent back to base, and Secret still looking to work on some tier 1 towers. They've taken 1 tower this entire game. Puppy Hex up at top lane. Pycat just trying to force out some TPs and rotations. Meanwhile, it's mid lane. Loda getting the tier 3 tower. Gonna get zoned back by your Troll Warlord. Just some kind of split push coming out with the Queen of Pain at top and the Bristleback in the mid lane. Keeping Secret spread thin. Well, Team Secret, this is the high ground defense. This is it. This is where Alliance get tested. Whether they can breach the high ground or not is going to be the big deciding factor for this game, it feels like. Because they've got the Aegis, they've got all their big core items. It doesn't really get much bigger or scarier than this. But for Secret it does. You put like a refresher on a Magnus, you put a damage item on S4, who's now picked up a Crystallis. Things can change very quickly.
Yeah, just... it's so tough. It's such a hard game for Alliance to finish.
Top lane now, they're going to position in. They're going with the Blink Hex here. It's Arteezy again. that they want to jump on, but the 4 staffs of Secret keep them safe, and Alliance can be forced to reset once more.
The skewer.
They're going to go for it. The blink skewer's there. Loader gets pushed back, and there's going to be a relocate in as well. A relocate out, thinking that he was in some trouble there. Clockwork, hook shot, forced up to the low ground. Loader gripped up during BKB. No cancel as the hook shot's still on cooldown. But neither team taking any casualties. Bit of an odd fight there. Aki maybe. Yeah, reset. No relocate this time around. Another nightmare. Is there another skewer? Zai 7 seconds away from that blink skewer play. We'll see if he looks to go for it now, especially with that relocate on cooldown. And Loader doesn't have a BKB. He may have an Aegis, but if you can kill him really deep inside your base, it cause some problems.
Sleep.
Hook shot. Oh, that's going to catch out one on the side. Overgrowth catches out 3. Arteezy locked in place. He's also hex up. Can't BKB out just yet. Now he's going to BKB, but the mag is dead. Loader taking heavy damage here. He's getting overcharged up, and Aki healing him, keeping him alive. Loader won't die. He's still alive. Aki just healing him, being the medic, and Arteezy now in trouble. No BKB, no Satanic. No, he's got the Satanic. He's going to turn and fight, bring down the Aegis, move on to Aki. Harder Trask helping him out a bit here. Is it going to do enough here? Arteezy's back to full HP. They're going to buy back the Magnus now. RP still on cooldown for 70 seconds. 2 Hero Shackle. S4 Wind Ranger in action. Nikwa now slowed down. Doesn't get the hook shot out. 2 dead for Alliance. And in the mid lane, it's Pycat trying to work on the rain tracks. Blink Skewer. They're going to glyph it as Queen of Pain blinks to the side here. Chill trying to finish off the rain tracks. The blink on cooldown for a couple more seconds. Shackle not going to latch, and it looks like they're going to get the Queen of Pain back to safety. Back in the top lane. It's the Rat Lords. Alliance chipping away at the tier 3 tower, doing what they can to be pesky and just poke away at this Team Secret base. Feels like an okay fight for Alliance. They lose 3, or they lose 2 plus an Aegis, but they get some structural damage on the Secret base.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean,
no one wins, no one loses.
Yeah, the high ground defense of Team Secret is just too good. But they got, so they almost got the range barracks mid. The tower top is getting pretty low. Treants, I think did he finish his hour-long Aghanim Scepter? No, not he's halfway.
He's been halfway for half an hour, it feels like.
Got it. Range barracks.
Alright.
He got.
He is got, okay, he had 10k gold. Dagon 5, here we go.
That's nice. That was good. He can burst Bane and Lina or whoever.
Even the troll with the fight. I guess maybe not burst the troll, but have some extra damage.
Troll's not dying, man. Just get that out of your mind. That hero's invincible.
Well,
Pretend he's like a mobile firebush, okay?
it's kind of what. That's a good comparison. I haven't heard that before, but it does kind of feel that way. With the Daedalus, he hits like a firebush.
Yeah.
Loader, an Abyssal Blade.
That's good.
It's nice. Feels like still got the 1 item slot as well. Holding onto the cheese for now, but
this is a blind smoking kill. So they have, I mean, they
see the troll. Do they go on him? Queen of Pain with a fresh Dagon 5. Hook shot in. They've got no refresh on the quad. They're going to start with the hook and Arteezy. 4 subs forward. Doesn't do the most with the cogs here. Nikwa trying to see what he can do. Tinky Winky's going to be the target here. The Laguna Blade used the counter. Sonic Wave not bad from Pycat. Gets the Magnus. No buyback, no RP, hard fight for Team Secret, and now Arteezy locked in place, but BKB's out of the overgrowth, trying to fight Loader. Great hook shot from Nico, but he gets Fiend script up. Nothing to cancel this. Magic's just going to stand and watch as they lose their Clockwork, but that's a dead S4 Wind Ranger. May force out the buyback here. Pycat moving forward, blinks to the west. As he gets out of there, that's 3 dead on Team Secret's side. Arteezy forced to scurry away. He gets Lincoln's up by Kuro. As they want to focus down this melee racks now. Secret, buyback on their Wind Ranger. Loader in some trouble. Has a cheese available. Gets the shackle shot. Can he even pop this? Is the bash RNG there? You betcha. Loader, no cheese for you. S4 going to be a dieback though as Queen of Pain blinks the high ground. Refreshes the blink. Pycat gets out. Turns with a Hex. Sonic Wave. Dagon 5. Arteezy still alive and kicking. Has that Satanic and can heal back up if they have to go on him. And he'll use on the creeps. You're right. He's not dying.
He's definitely not dying, man.
They're just going to rat it out. That's the plan.
Monster of a hero.
Well, we're seeing this.
Please.
I mean, I'd say Queen of Pain looking like a monster of a hero as well. Not quite the same, just brute force of the Troll Warlord, but some flashy plays coming out of Pycat here.
Got a Hex, doesn't he? Oh, no,
Bristle back. It's a relocate. They're going to buy back the Bristle. They want to kill off Arteezy. He's got a BKB, though. Can he go in and fight? It looks like the answer is probably yes. He brings down the Wisp, and Loader may be in some trouble. This was a buyback for your Bristleback. He's got to be careful. Has the cheese available? Will he get a chance to use it this time? Does look so.
Watch the iron base for RP.
Uh-oh. Piecat, he's ratting it up. There's your blink RP. Can they kill him off? Skewer into the Troll Warlord. Piecat gonna go down here. That's a big kill. They stopped going for the Bristleback just to make sure they kept their base alive. It was just distraction tactics coming out from Loader just to create space for Piecat to get that tier 3 tower, but they still got Rack standing. Draw gonna buy some boots of travel, and let's see what we can do, Team Secret. It feels like they've got to go, and got to go soon.
Alright, so think if you're Alliance, I think you're waiting for Bristle's buyback and another Roshan. Unfortunately.
And if you're Team Secret, are you trying to go before those come back up, or are you still just high ground defense for days?
Not sure. I think you have to try and contest the Roshan, maybe? See how that goes. But
it'll come up before the Bristle buyback. That's the good news.
yeah. Yeah, they're gonna have to contest the Roshan.
Alright. Let's see maybe if they can look to secure it themselves. Bristle DD rune.
Another pretty late Roche spawn.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Team Secret, who may have been able to control that one, especially with Piecat dead, they could have likely gone in and tried to make a play, or at least just take a Roshan. Manzai is poor though. His Magnus not really finding the RPs and just a blink 4-staff it.
I think he's bought back like at least twice.
Yeah. 2, maybe 3 times, and well, Secret gonna get this. Well, are they gonna get their second tower of the game? This has been a very tough game for them to push down towers. That's where the Treant Protector has really paid off as a hero. And
Don't do it, Niqua.
oh, relocate top. They want this range racks. They're gonna fight through the backdoor protection.
Is a DD.
Rat Dota.
Dire structures are
It's not an Alliance game without a bit of Rat Dota. S4 gonna gets the win run off. That's barely gonna save his life. Overgrowth now comes into play. BKB out. They're gonna try fight a Loader. They kill him off. No buyback for your Bristleback. Meanwhile, Treant gonna get punished.
That's some game losing shit right there. I like to see it. You know, you gotta get creative against both sometimes.
I love how I just hear you laughing in the background as I'm casting. Like,
Wait. Okay, remember that 3-hour-long game at 9?
Yeah.
And Envy died with no buyback and the game was just ended?
Yep.
That was like the funniest moment in Dota history this month at
It's
least.
one of those things. It takes just that one slip up to end the game.
As long as you're not the one throwing the game, it's pretty funny.
Radiant's
But I
top
think they're
tower
okay
is
though.
under attack.
Maybe. They're gonna lose a lot of buildings here.
Tier 1s, Tier 2s, but nothing vital. I mean, you could lose a lane of racks and Alliance still would be at least still in an okay position.
Yep. Just the limbs, right?
Yep. Well, I mean, you've still got a Magnus with no refresher up. That's pretty good news for Team Alliance. Range Rack's back to full HP. The backdoor protection healed it up. Tinky Winky at top. He's getting chain stunned here. Refresh, double hex. Down goes Arteezy. Got him. It's fire bushes can die. We've seen that at least back in the Dota 1 days.
Yep.
Why isn't that introduced in Dota 2, man? That was like the ultimate insult. It was when you killed the enemy firebush.
Then you're just permacamped.
In Alliance, patrolling the sidelines. Got a bit greedy there going for those extra towers, but I mean, at this point Arteezy is more or less 6-slotted. Doesn't really have much more you can do. We mentioned I don't know, do you feel like the Sandan Yasha over the Manta style is the way to go? I mean, or is it even something bigger or scary that you want to go for?
Could swap them out. Could go Butterfly as well. But he's actually, like you saw, he died to all magic damage there too.
Yeah.
So,
it's tough.
I don't pick Troll very often, but
It's good to hear.
Butterfly is probably okay. I don't know.
Feels like the big thing he's going to need is like the Lincolns from Kuro on him can help protect him from some of these hexes.
Sure.
Even if it forces Queen of Pain just to throw a Shadow Strike to break it, like that's time wasted, and like even just during that cast time you can react.
Or you could get a Divine.
Ooh, I like the idea of Divine. You mentioned Roche contest. Looks like Secret not going to be in the neighborhood for this one. They're going to just bank everything on their high ground defensive capabilities. Zai has got that magic buyback this time.
There's 2 minutes till Glyph. I don't know if... I'm sure they probably took a timer of the Glyph. They might try and make something happen. Before that comes back up.
Puppy scouting things out very aggressively. It's a Fiend Script on Matchka, who's actually completely alone. That's just a free pickoff. No relocate. Oh, okay, there we go. Took that extra bit of time.
He would have tree armored and stick and spam bottle. I think he would have lived. Oh no, he would have got brain sapped probably. Oh, another DD rune. Oh.
We'll see if they pass this over. I guess Loda would have to drop something pretty big to get this. So, are they gonna drop like a Sanjin Yasha?
You just trade items.
You swap the wisp and like you'd give SNY to a wisp.
Or even your boots.
Pop the bottle.
He's just gonna pick it up. Do they relocate in? Do they make another attempt on that range Rax?
Oh no.
One failure was enough.
Well, I don't think Loda has buyback yet, does he? Got a minute cooldown. So.
Okay. So Zai, instead of buyback, has picked up a Shadow Blade here, and well, gem detection is non-existent on this Radiant side. This is actually a pretty big item to pick up right now.
It's gonna help him get behind the Bristleback. That was the biggest problem in this game, is the Bristleback's just on the front line and he's always getting hit by quills and can't really just get in there. So if he can Shadow Blade through the Bristle and then maybe find people in the back, maybe what he's gonna want to try and do.
So Pycat up to some kind of covert operations down here in bottom lane, just blinking from tree spot to tree spot. Is he going in on this troll wall? They could relocate in and go for this kill, but a risky play to try and make.
Oh, is he gonna go for the next wave?
The eyes. He's just out of range, actually. The Radiant Vision doesn't spot him. It's top lane where a fight's breaking out. Loda, the one who's been nightmared up. There's going to be a relocate. Just... Oh!
Oh, RP.
Oh, dear.
What's that buyback? He does. Thank you.
Is he even taking Loda with him? Yeah, he is. He's going to fight this one. They BKB. The Fiend Script is there. The hookshot. No, it's going to be a Hex on a Puppy. That'll cancel it. Great. Sonic Wave goes flying through. There's a second Sonic Wave if Pycat wants to use it. He'll do so. S4 getting low, trying to turn and fight, but Loda with the Wisp Tether being kept alive. Overgrowth now comes into play. Arteezy locked in place. He can't Satanic. He can't attack. Buybacks are plenty for Secret. They're going to buy back the Wind Ranger, buy back the Troll. This is it. No RP makes this difficult, though. Zai only has a skewer back, pushes Pycat into the rest of the team, but they've got no follow-up lockdown. They can't keep these Alliance heroes in place except with the S4 Shackle. Loda, it's going to be just the Aegis for now. Unlikely we see a second kill. Wisp is there with a tether. They're going to hookshot in, bring down your Lina. No buyback for Kuro, it looks like. Loda now on the front lines. He's looking to just brute force his way through Team Secret. As Arteezy on the front lines has got that Manta style now, but it's Pycat on the back line. Stag on 5, brings down your Bane, then he blinks out. Hookshot going to catch out Zai. Nikwa making some plays happens. This constant hookshot spam, and oh, Arteezy can't keep up with the clockwork, getting blocked out by the cogs. Arteezy in the front lines, he's just getting kited around, finally gets his BKB back up. They're just focusing down the racks, though. The range Rax is dead. The melee taking damage. Arteezy's still alive and kicking. It's Loda who's just focusing the melee. Looks like he will get it. Mega creeps. Team Alliance. Don't take too many casualties. They're going to buy back the clockwork. Zai, no RP still. Blinks forward after Pycat looking to get this kill here. Skewer back. That's going to be on Matchka. Overgrowth on 2, and where's that Manta Style? We'll get out of the Overgrowth, but GG. Throne goes down. Alrighty. Game 1 in the bag.
That was a real barn burner.
That was... I mean, we talked about the scrappy fights, which seemed to work out pretty well for Alliance all throughout the early game, and they end things in pretty scrappy fashion.
I think you handled that last team fight pretty well.
Yeah. It was... I don't know what the hell was going on, man. That was just... I didn't see the throne get hit, but apparently Creeps won the game.
The action wasn't there, man. The action was in the team fight. And you
All right.
killed it.
Thanks. I'm glad to have your seal of approval. You killed it as well, man. It's great to have you on the analysis for the co-cast, and well, we've got game 2 coming up. We'll see if it's as interesting as this game 1. But that was quite the performance from Pycat on the Queen of Pain. That was impressive.
Queen of Pain first pick next game?
Possibly. I mean, it seems to be a hot contested pick here between these two. If not first pick, first pick by maybe the team who has second pick, I guess. But we'll see. But we'll take a break, guys. When we come back, Starlight of Europe continues. I'm GoDz streaming as PPD. We've got Secret vs. Alliance, Game 2 coming your way.